Satnam and welcome. I'm Barnum Dave, and this is Yogic Living. As you can see, we're on the mountain today in this beautiful setting, this beautiful afternoon. And today, I'm going to teach you a couple of exercises and meditations that can help you to, if you're feeling like you need some guidance on your spiritual journey. Alright, so let's go ahead and tune in with the Adi mantra. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And we do this before we begin any Kundalini yoga class or before we begin any individual practice upon our own. And the reason why we do that is to get us on that higher frequency, to allow us to connect with God, the golden chain of teachers, the Guru, the universe, however you want to term it. Again, there is no religion tied to Kundalini yoga. It is the yoga that religions were built off of. Alright, so let's go ahead, put our palms together, close down our eyes, and focus at our 1/3 eye, and take a big deep inhale. And exhale, release all the stress, worries, whatever. Once again, take a big deep inhale. Release those stresses and worries in your life. Last chance. Inhale, suspend the breath. Release everything. Let it go and relax. Now keep your eyes closed. Keep focused at your 3rd eye. And we're going to chant Om Namo Guru Dev Namo 3 times. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Namo. Om Namo Guru Namo. Take a big deep inhale, suspend the breath. Feel that connection to the golden chain of teachers, to God, the Guru, whatever your concept is. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Feel the connection. Exhale. Last chance. Inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. Well, we just got done tuning in with the Adi mantra. And again, what that does is it brings us to a higher frequency. It brings in a little bit of protection into our practice and allows the golden chain of teachers to guide our movements and our energy. So now we're going to tune in a little further with the Mangala Charan mantra. And what that does is it just brings a little bit more protection into our practice. Now this is an optional mantra, so if you're doing this on your own, you feel free not to skip this if you want to, but I like to do it just to bring in a little bit more protection, and it's a good one to chant before you start your read. So again, we're going to keep our eyes closed, focus on our 3rd eye, and we're going to project that mantra out from our 3rd eye. And what this mantra is Adgane Nama, Jugadgane Nama, Sadgane Nama, Siri Guru Deve Nama. So take a big deep inhale and begin with me. Adgane Nama, Sri Guru Nama Nama. An Gane Nama, Jugan Gane Nama, San Gane Nama, Sri Guru Nama Nama. Nan Gane Nama, Jugan Gane Nama, San Gane Nama, Sri Guru Nama Nama. Inhale, suspend the breath. Feel the protection wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Exhale. Inhale once again. Feel the protection. Exhale. Last chance. Inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. So we just got done tuning in a little further with the Mangala Charn mantra. And again, what that does is it brings more protection into our practice. And so now what we're going to do is open up our body's channels a little bit. And we're going to do that with some warm-ups. So we're going to start by coming to a standing position. And we're going to go, and we're just going to bend down. And keep your legs as straight as possible. And as this stretches out the life nerve, it stretches out the back. And if you're not pregnant or on your moon cycle, we're going to begin a breath of fire, which is just an equal inhale, equal exhale, just using our stomach. So let's go ahead and begin. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale, slowly come back up to a standing position. And then relax to a seated position. Well, that was forward bends. That helps us to stretch out our life nerve, and it helps keep our lower back stretched out, and so we don't shrink when we get older. And now what we're going to do is, again, come to a seated position, and we're going to do what's called Sufi grinds. So we're going to inhale and just pull our stomach forward, and exhale, push our stomach back. And continue that grinding motion, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Just choose a direction. Inhale center and exhale. Now rotate in the opposite direction. Inhale center and exhale. Relax the posture. So we just got done doing Sufi grinds, and what that does is it aids in our digestion, helps to massage all those internal organs in there, and it's a good one to do before you eat all that pumpkin pie and all these holiday activities that are coming up. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to begin the Kriya for today. Now the Kriya today is called, well, it goes by a couple different names, but one of the names that it is called the exercise set for the lungs and the bloodstream. So what we're going to do is come to a seated position. Again, if you can't get into lotus pose like I can get into, that's no big deal. Don't try to keep up with me. I've been doing this for a while now, and it took me a while before I could get into lotus pose. It's not like I just was born doing this pose. No, I had to work up to it. And but you could sit in easy pose, even half lotus, or even if rock pose is comfortable for you, this would be okay to do in rock pose as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. We're going to hold our breath in, or we're going to suspend our breath. We're going to suspend our breath inside and not let any of it sink out during this time. And while we're holding our breath, while we're suspending our breath, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing this. Just at a medium pace. You don't have to be like Superman and go super fast, but just at your own pace. And just when you feel you have to exhale, then you exhale. And then you take another big deep inhale, and then you suspend it. And again, you do that. And we're going to continue to do that. So let's go ahead and begin. And close down our eyes, focus at our 1/3 eye. And if you want to chant a mantra with it, a good mantra to chant is Satnam, for your true identity, your true self. Inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Exhale. Last time, inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. So that was the Kriya to expand your lungs and for aerobic exercise. It helps to increase your stamina, helps to expand your lungs. It's also good for your kidneys and adrenals. So the next thing we're going to do is a meditation that can help your spiritual guidance. So, and we're actually all familiar with this mantra, or we should be, unless we're super new to Kundalini Yoga. And this is the Adi mantra. So the Adi mantra, remember, is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Well, there's a slightly different version. This is the complete Adi mantra. Om Namo Gurudev Namo, Gurudev Namo, Gurudeva. And use this mantra in its complete form anytime you have a lack of faith or similar thing. Many of you will enter what's called Shaktipad. Now, Shaktipad's that point in your spiritual journey where you start to question things, to where what I'm doing really right, and do I really need to do this? Do I, as a Kundalini yogi, you may make some extreme changes, and you may have like some sort of quote unquote regrets or questions or doubts about this. This will help get you through. That's what they call Shaktipad, and or you are in it. And this mantra will help you with the grace of Guru Ram Das. When this mantra is chanted 5 times on one breath, the total spiritual knowledge of all teachers who have ever existed or whoever will exist on this earth is be seated in that person. Om is the creative of total consciousness, total cosmos and consciousness of the Creator as experienced in this creation. It has the condensation of energy and activity. It creates movement without attachment. It generates Shakti, the generative force of life. Note that the sound is not Om, O-M. The sound is withdrawal, a relaxation. Om. Namo means to bow or to call on. The connotation is one of respect and receptivity. It is the type of bowing that grants dignity through acknowledging a higher consciousness and discipline. Om Namo calls on your consciousness to become subtle and receptive in its own higher resources. It instructs the consciousness and subconscious to let go of normal restrictions imposed by the limited ego. Guru means wisdom or teacher. It does not mean a personality. Rather, it means the source of knowledge, and not just any knowledge, but the kind of knowledge that transforms you, that alleviates pain, and that increases your awareness. Guru, in the spiritual context, is the embodiment of the infinite. The word can be broken into 2 parts. Gu, meaning darkness or ignorance, and Ru, meaning light or knowledge. Gur means a formula to systematically attain a goal. So, a guru is something that can give you a gur to transform your gu into Ru. David means subtle, etheric, divine, or belonging to the realms of God, and implies the sophistication and wisdom. Guru Dev Namo calls on the subtle wisdom that guides you in an impersonally personal manner. It is a wisdom that is stored and transmitted through the subtle and radiant bodies of the aura. It is the realm of guidance of Guru Ram Das. If the limited individual ego, which we normally live as a small pond, then Ang Namo releases us into a vast and endless ocean. Gurudev Namo gives us experience of the wisest seamen and all his charts to guide us and the many ports that may serve and experience. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands like a cup. And then with our index fingers, we're going to be touching our thumb. And so that we have our hands in a cup, and then we have our fingers in Gyan Mudra. And what we're going to do is we're going to close down our eyes. We're going to take a big, deep inhale, and we're going to chant that 5 times in one breath. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. So, let's see if we can do it. Go ahead and begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudeva. 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 Om Namo Gurdeva Namo Gurdeva Namo Gurdeva. Om Namo Gurdeva Namo Gurdeva Namo Gurdeva. Inhale, suspend the breath. Exhale. Inhale once again, suspend the breath. Exhale. Last chance. Inhale, suspend the breath. And exhale. Well, that was the complete Adi Mantra. And again, what that does is can give you spiritual guidance and wisdom. Alright. Well, that concludes this class for this evening. So let's go ahead and tune out with the Long Time Sunshine song. Close your eyes, focus at your 1/3 eye, and just sing along with me. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sun, Oh, thank you, O God and Guru, for guiding us in the right direction, that we may glow and grow and be healthy, happy, and holy. Waheguru. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. If you want to be notified next time I upload one of these things, hit that bell icon. And I also wrote a book. It's all about my spiritual journey. It's called Why I Wear This Thing on My Head. If you want a copy, I'll leave that in the description down below. Satnam. Waheguru.